Hey guys, Jake FPR Geek, and welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, we are reviewing the icon Hernan Crespo, the Argentine striker. Now he is 6 foot. He's got medium low work rate. He's got the 4-star weak foot and 4-star skills, which is really nice. And he is right-footed. He can play striker and centre forward, which isn't great. I mean, it's not too bad. Obviously, you can play striker. That's good enough. But you always like to, have some better alternative positions. And unfortunately, this guy doesn't have any. Only centre forward, which isn't really that great. But anyway, he's obviously an icon, and he's Argentine. He's got decent pace, very, very nice shooting stats. Decent dribbling stats for a striker. That 92 composure is really nice, especially for strikers. That stat is very important. 89 heading accuracy and 85 jumping, come in clutch, especially on those corners. The downsides of this card, I'd probably say his not crazy good pace, which you need for a striker obviously, and then his 76 stamina is quite low. Maybe his long shots are a bit low, and his balance isn't great, 82. Obviously he's a little bit of a bigger striker, he's 6 foot, so yeah, that's where his downsides are with this card. But overall, he looks like a really nice card, a really solid striker. So yeah, then his icon profile, which is really nice, and then his traits, he's only got the finesse shot trait and the power header trait, which is a little bit disappointing. I would have liked him to have some more traits here, especially like some certain dribbling traits would have been nice. But yeah, he only has finesse shot trait and power header, which aren't terrible traits. It's just I would like him to have more, especially for how much you're paying for Hernan Crespo. Okay, so let's get into the gameplay now. So as you can see, I did play 9 games with Hernan Crespo, and I did score 15 goals, which is very impressive. And I did get 4 assists with him. I was playing the 4-2-3-1 and the 4-3-2-1 formation with him, and I did use the Hunter chemistry style, which makes him controlled. He can't be lengthy, which is a shame. For a striker that's a bit bigger and is kind of like a target man striker, he would have been amazing to be lengthy. Unfortunately, he can only be controlled, no matter the chemistry style you put on him, so that's why I put Hunter. So his first pro would be his finishing. I found his finishing to be absolutely insane in game. Obviously, he's got 92 finishing, so he can literally finish from anywhere. Combined with the 86 shot power, he makes for a formidable striker. And another pro is that he can finish on both feet. His 4-star weak foot literally feels like a 5-star weak foot in game. So honestly, try it out. He can literally, I swear I scored just as many left foot shots as his right foot shots. It's absolutely crazy. So yeah, that was really nice for Hernan Crespo. And then heading is his next one. Because he's 6 foot and he's got 85 jumping, he was actually out jumping a lot of centre backs for me, especially from corners and stuff. He just felt really good at heading. So that was really nice. And then his attacking AI was really good as well. I think he's got 89 attack positioning, so that was really good. His run's always really nice. He's always going to be in the right position. He's always going to be, in the right position to score goals, to receive a pass, through balls and things. So that was really nice, and that's what you're going to get with these higher elite tier players. And yeah, that was really nice. He's just overall just a very solid striker for those reasons, because they're the main things you need. You need a striker who can shoot, who can make runs. Sometimes you can have a little bit less pace because of that, because he's he's in a better position to make that run. There's no point having someone who's absolutely rapid, but they're in a terrible position, because you're never going to be able to use that pace. Whereas Crespo is always in the right position, which is always obviously a very good thing. But then getting into his cons, he does have quite a few cons that I did find with this guy, especially playing in the higher elite divisions. First one is his pace. He gets caught up quite a bit. He doesn't quite have the strength. He's got 78 strength, but yeah, I don't think that really felt even that in game. He just was getting caught up quite easily. You'd probably have to, have quite a bit of space for him to not get caught up, for you to then have a shot on goal. So yeah, a lot of time if you're trying to just go for a running race with a centre back from quite far back, he's going to get caught up and then tackle, which is very frustrating. So yeah, he is a bit of a frustrating striker because for that reason, and it's definitely a con because he didn't really feel 86 pace. He felt a little bit less than that, which is a shame. Dribbling, which is probably for me it's the most annoying con, because I need players who can dribble, especially if they're not going to be a lengthy striker like Haaland or Nunez. He's kind of in between that. He's kind of like he's a weird striker where you're not going to be able to do crazy dribbling with him. It doesn't feel terrible. It just didn't feel, 86. So yeah, dribbling wise, you can still definitely do a job with him. You can still, dribble past players and stuff quite, well. It's just you're not going to have Messi-like dribbling with him. It's going to be a little bit annoying sometimes. And then his next one would be his passing, which on his card is 71. Even though this is a con, it's definitely a weak con because he did feel better than his card, but I think it's still a con because it still didn't feel great in game. It felt probably right around 75 in game. Passing, there was times where I was a bit annoyed where I'd play a pass, and if I got that pass with him, I might be through on goal. So yeah, that was a little bit annoying. where I could have probably had a goal if he had slightly better passing, because I do feel like strikers need passing in this year's FIFA, so I love a striker who can pass, and unfortunately Crespo is not one of those strikers. So fun fact, I've given him a 7.5, value for coins also 7.5, just because he's only right around 105k at the time of recording, so that's pretty damn good. I don't think he'll get much cheaper than that. He might be, you know, around 70, 80k or whatever eventually, but he's always going to be, because it's mid Crespo, he's always going to be a decent price because he's got his base version, which is worse, so that's got to have a price of like 50, 60k at least. So yeah, Crespo's always going to be, you know, near that 100k mark. So I think it's a really good price for him because he is a very solid striker. And that's why I have given him a rating of 8.2 and FUT Champs ready, because he can definitely do a job for you. If you've got agile players in and around him, use him as a bit more of a target man, get those headers in. If that's a bit your play style, then Crespo could really work for you. Obviously, having basically that 5-star weak foot as well, he actually is a very good striker. If you can get him, you know, in those shooting positions, sometimes it's a little bit more difficult to get there, but if you can utilise him in that way, he could be a very, very good striker for you. Getting into what his card felt like, he did feel 84 pace, which is 2 points lower, 84 dribbling, which again 2 points lower, which I've obviously previously gone through why I think that. Shooting, I've got 2 points higher at 90. Obviously shooting was insane. Passing, I've given him 75, which is 4 points higher, and then physical I've given him 75 as well, which is actually 3 points higher, because he did feel pretty strong. I think his aggression makes his card stats low. He actually has 78 strength in games, so that's why his physical felt around that 75. That's probably what I'd give him. When I talk about physical, I kind of only really think about strength. Yeah, that's why I've given him 75. Yeah, so that's everything for Hernan Crespo. Overall, did really enjoy him. Obviously, getting a very good goal to game ratio was really nice, and he is a very, very solid striker for a League Division and FUT Champs. So yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this one. Don't forget to let me know which player you'd like to see next, and don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and the notifications so you get notified when I go live. And I'll catch you next one.